听不到声音，听不到声音。哦，请我的麦没有了，听不到声音。
Hello，
啊，听到了这样，我声音清楚哦。
Hello，大家好。啊？哦。
可以听到我讲话吗？
听到。
OK，
你的相机有点向上，没有脸部 focus。
Hi everyone. Sorry, still in the midst of setting up everything. I mean, I don't see myself on YouTube. I'm turning on YouTube. Hey guys, so we were starting in 3 minutes, which is 05. You guys look Filipino. Do I? Okay, that's a compliment. Yes.
Do we?
I'm not Jen, I'm Jin. Nice to meet you. Oh, okay. There's a raffle. There's a 10 Inception Monsta raffle. You will need to like this YouTube live, and then you will need to comment and subscribe to the channel, and then please fill in the Google form and paste your screenshot in it. Can you please lower the music? We are turning it down. Turning it down.
Hold on, I have some technical difficulties here. Give me a minute.
Okay, 1 minutes, then we start. Guys, you can start to participate in the raffle first. Okay, so let me introduce you guys the team. Not everyone here, but some of them. This is Monsta Luis. Monsta Luis is Mark. Mark is our CFO. He's mainly in charge on finance. And then what's left in it? I mean, just now you guys see saw Joshua, right? That's Joshua, our COO. And here is Kingsley. Kingsley is our game director. Mainly he architect the game. If the game it's not entertaining and it's not fun, right? Blame him. Okay, he's the guy. Okay. Okay, starting in 1 minute. Hello, CFO. Please, yeah. Go and DM him.
Hi.
Here's Mark on Telegram. Drew.
Yep.
Hi. Thank you everyone for joining this session. Appreciate it. Appreciate much. Okay, so let's start. So today, the main intention of having this AMA has a few goals we want to achieve. One of it is definitely to clear up some of the miscommunication and misunderstanding from the community itself. And the second thing is a bit of update on the upcoming game release and the marketplace release, everything. and then updates on our development status, and also update on some of the concepts. Like a lot of people are worried about the price of Monsta character, right? And then we also like to talk a bit about on our vision and mission itself. So first of all, let's talk on the confusions going around. The misunderstanding. Okay, to answer a few questions, we actually gathered some of the questions from the community through the Google form from the announcement, and then we will not be doing that first. I'll be explaining some of the situation right now. Okay, so previously there are actually an article circulating talking on money heist. Actually, I like the name. The name is cool. Okay, money heist is cool as well. Okay, but that's not true. Okay, that's not true. We are here to explain it. Okay, first of all, speaking of, why did we open it up 10 minutes earlier? Most of the people actually kind of angry. It's because they are not able to get to buy at a price of like 20 cents or 30 cents for the money token, right? First of all, I'd like to say, explain a bit on how sniping bot works. Okay, so how sniping bot works is basically blockchain. We are on blockchain. Monsta Infinite is on blockchain as well. It's a blockchain game. When we are on blockchain, blockchain is actually decentralized. That means that there are no single entity or party that are able to have any control over the blockchain. Everything is decentralized. We have no control over BSC. We are building on BSC. BSC is not ours. Okay. And the second thing, we are actually launching on PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is not ours either. PancakeSwap is a decentralized exchange. And when it comes to its blockchain, right, everything can be interact with codes. Okay. Anyone could actually program a certain program or piece of program to interact with the smart contract itself. We couldn't do anything with it. Okay, I actually saw some of the people mention about anti-bot mechanism. How to say, we definitely aware of anti-bot. Okay, how to implement it as well. But those anti-bot, right, all of them are able to actually backfire us. A simple concept is it will actually give the developers too much power. Okay, that actually cause centralization. And I saw some of the people actually, some from the community or from the public actually saying that we can actually blacklist. Blacklist means that blacklist the single address, that actually the first bot address that bought up all the tokens, right? Okay, so we can actually see in our smart contract for the tokens, right? We actually have this function called pause and unpause. Okay, you can see it here. Everything is up. Okay, this is our token contract. Look at this, pause and unpause. We can actually pause a single address, which means after we pause the address, right, the wallet address, right, the wallet unable to transfer in or transfer out, neither able to buy, neither unable to sell the money tokens. But we are not going to do that. We are not planning to do that in the future as well. Why? Because for this pause function to work, right, it's meant for when there is a hack happen on the money token contract itself. It's used as for such hackers situation, which we pause the hacker's address, but not in such address. To be fair and frank, bots are actually part of knowledge, right? Such people are programmers. They are really knowledgeable that they are able to program a bot to buy it up. Okay, you might say that it's unfair, but having more knowledge doesn't make the thing unfair. I'm sorry to say by this. It's definitely, bots definitely hurt the tokenomics, but it's not fair to say that we directly blacklist or pause the address of bot. Okay, we have to stand strong on this. The second thing is, a lot of people concerned on, they are unable to buy on 20 cents or 30 cents. Then everyone have to actually understand how decentralized exchange works. Okay, decentralized exchange actually works like this. It's a formula on, we can look at when it comes to Uniswap is the same as PancakeSwap. Okay, it works the formula on determining the price, right, of the token, right. It depends on the ratio of LP, okay, the liquidity pool. Means the ratio between money and BNB. So how it works is X times X multiplied by Y equals to Z, where Z is the constant, which means that for both that actually bought up all the way from 20 cents up to $3, right? His average price, it's not 20 cents, okay? His average price will be around 1.6 to $1.7. That is his average price, because look at the calculation, okay? Later on, we'll be posting the calculation of how do this DEX actually determine the prices, okay, in our announcement. So you guys can have a brief idea on what is the average price did this bot get into. It's similar to a centralized exchange where you actually, let's say you want to push up the price, right? On centralized exchange, you actually have to buy all the sell orders in the centralized exchange. There will be 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents sell order all over there. So which means that when a bot bought it up from 20 cents to $3, it actually bought all 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, everything over there. Okay, so which makes its average price around, okay, I mentioned that it's around 1.5, 1.6. Okay, I haven't did the detailed calculation yet. That's the first thing. Okay, bots isn't buying any cheaper than most of the people. Okay, second thing. Okay, talking about why did we do it early? Okay, the reason here is to actually to wipe out bots, or we don't say it wipe out bots. Okay, because we couldn't kill them. What we did is because, okay, taking the example of bot, we are actually launching on the exact time. But before this, let's talk about how sniping bot works. Okay, so how it works is they'll be keep scanning because they already have our contract address, right? Token contract address. They'll be keep scanning on BSC, on the blockchain itself, to see are there any liquidity added into PancakeSwap. They'll keep scanning it, and they could actually buy it up once it's added into the PancakeSwap liquidity, right? It could buy it up immediately in a fraction of a second. Means that lesser than a second, then they're able to buy up everything. So the problem here is a lot of people say that also on exact time they can actually buy it cheap. You couldn't do that, okay? I'm sorry to say you couldn't do that because bots is bots. They are computers. They are programs. They are so fast that it's definitely faster than any manual way. Okay, so which means that if we actually launch at the exact time, everything would be worse because what bots did here is their intention is they buy it up high and then they dump on everyone. So if you buy together with bots, right, you will actually get into much higher price. So we can see that on PancakeSwap itself, we actually have come to the highest price. I think it's around $11, but there's a spike lah. But the most normally is around $8. So if we launch at exact time, right, we actually go a lot more than $8. We go a lot more than $8. So that's the problem, and then it will dump a lot more brutal. Okay, when it comes to bot, but we launch early, and then so actually most of the community actually take it as, the exact time to come in. So actually, who are buying it is mostly the bots itself. So when bots buying it, then they are afraid of other bots dumping on them. Okay, because the dumping part is not like I particularly target a person and then dump on him. It doesn't work that way, right? Because it's a DEX, it's a liquidity pool. When they dump on the pool itself. So when you can see that actually before the exact time, bots has been dumping on each other. Okay, you can look from the chart. Oh, actually I should show that. Oops, I couldn't have to share screen. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so this is money token. Let's look at what happened minute by minute. Oh, that's a long way to scroll. Sorry guys, hold on, give me a minute. 1 minute. Wait a minute. I think I'm almost there. It's 19 here. Wow, still a long way to go. Where are we? 18. Where do I change? Sorry, I'm dumb. Where? No, when I go to our world, right, everything I have to scroll again. It directly put me to the most recent. Actually, it should has a function where I can actually scroll to the earliest. What am I? Okay.
All right.
So look at this. Okay. So you can see on first, actually look at the first transaction, right? The first transaction, I mean, everyone has been saying it's us, right? But it's a sniping bot that has been buying up, I think, $300,000 or $500,000. When they bought up, actually, first candle you see in the first minute. Okay, we actually placed the liquidity on 550 over here, I mean, UTC. And then it goes up here, and then most of the people, then you see before the exact time, bots has been dumping on each other. So there's these things that I would like to apologize, and I'm sorry to say that I knew that some of the committee that actually got in here because they saw we actually have the announcements of saying we have placed the liquidity. A lot of the committee actually say, why do we, if the intention is to wipe out bots, why do we still want to make the announcement, right? I would say that we have been always trying to be transparent as possible. We've been doing a lot of things that other projects don't do. Okay, for example, we actually expose all the private sale discount rate, and we actually expose most of the the private sale release schedule, the discount rate, and then the partners, everyone. That's something that most of the projects wouldn't do. Okay, and a lot more things that we are trying to be really transparent. So it's the same thing as I mentioned. Bots is actually just the people as well. There are people behind bots. We still have to be transparent. We still have to tell the community we have placed it. But our goal here is that we hope people see that it actually hiked so much in price already, so that people wouldn't go in directly. And then at that time, right, when you see that is already $5, $8, so we actually have the hope of community don't go in directly, think more about it, and we actually have this announcement beforehand to tell everyone, to warn everyone, be careful, to do your research before you directly go into the market and buy up only tokens. We did that, but I'm sorry because there are actually people coming to me and then say that a lot of them are newbies. A lot of you guys might be newbie in crypto space or in the finance space. So you guys don't know know nothing about bots, know nothing about how do you calculate a valuation, suitable valuation for a single project, a token. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. I should have tell my team to actually make a guide, and then to publish it, to tell most of you, try to educating everyone, how do you derive a proper valuation for a project? Okay, so that's something I'm really sorry about. Okay, so but one more thing is, if you actually bought it up here, anywhere up here, and then you're still holding right now, that doesn't make you into loss, right? Okay, because how many days are we from the launching? We're like 4 days, 5 days. It's still really early. And then judging from, we haven't released our product yet, which is the marketplace, the game isn't released yet. You're holding onto a token that's currently, I think it's personal perspective. I think it's undervalued right now, because our market cap right now, don't look at fully diluted market cap. Okay, we actually has to calculate on the circulating supply multiplied by the current price, which bring us around 10 million market cap. So if you go to CoinGecko or you go to anywhere, right, you can see that you actually refer to this market cap. Okay, you refer to this market cap. So looking at some NFT games, maybe we look at XC is around 3 billion. Then we look at some of the NFT games, like for example Alice. Okay. Alice is one of the NFT game that has been listed on Binance. So we can see Alice is at a market cap of 177 million market cap. So I think we still have a really strong potential. We are still far from launching our product, I mean, and marketplace, everything, there is definitely still potential of growth here. So if you're telling me that you are looking to have a overnight success or overnight getting rich, I'm sorry. Here is not the place. Okay, to be frank, we don't welcome any speculators as well. We wish our community come into the game, come into the project, looking to put their time, invest into the project, right? Holding money actually makes you able to play the game and also get a part of the project, be a part of the project. Okay, so which means it's still early. We're just 5 days from listing. There's still plenty of time. And then I've seen some people actually talking about the bots itself. I mean, the address, right? They getting that from the article, the Money Heist article. So we can actually look at the address. You can actually search it. You can take the address that is mentioned in the article and then search it on Twitter. You can see that this address is known for sniping different projects. You can see that it's sniping different projects. Oh, you guys can see my screen, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Sniping different projects, you can see it from yourself, by yourself, okay? So you might say that, oh, it might be the dev sniping different project. You could say that because it's blockchain, it's pseudonymous, means that we are unable to like confirm who is the person behind the address. I could say this is Elon Musk as well. I can say that this is Satoshi Nakamoto. I could claim anything, right? I could actually claim anything. Who's the address belongs to. I can actually take your address. If you send me a wallet address, I can say it's Elon Musk's address as well. Okay, that's false accusation. And the second thing, people has been using this to say this is the dev address. I have to explain to you guys this application. I mean, the interface doesn't build it good. Okay, let me show you. You can actually basically put in any wallet address here to see is the dev address. Let me give you an example. Okay, right now, okay, if we take away this, you can actually directly try that on your computer, on your phone right now. We go to this interface, okay? It should be working like this. We put in the token address. Okay, this is our token address. Okay, insert the token address. Okay, money. It's checking, and then it doesn't show anything. Okay, means that I'm not sure why it's not showing anything, because it's indexing different thing. Maybe I'm not sure, but let's see if we put in this. Okay, this the so-called dev address, then it will start to show something, and then you'll be thinking, oh, see, I put in this, and then here's checking Monster Infinite token. So definitely this is the dev address, right? Okay. Whoa. Okay. This is the dev address. That you could actually basically put in any address you like. You can try it yourself, or I could actually directly use my MetaMask and then create an account called test. Okay, a test account. Okay, copy it, insert here. Oh, that actually doesn't make me any good. Okay, because still is my address, right? You might think that, oh, this is a dev address.
So can you just
you try to
check
take
the
any
address
address
from the first transaction, the recent transaction? Just check on that address.
Oh, yeah, I can take it from, like, for example, tokens. Okay.
Yeah.
From this is the token address, right? So anyone actually interact with the token have the address here.
Yep.
So we can try it like this. Okay. So I'm not sure who is this. Okay. Put it all here, paste it all here. And we look at it. Does it show anything? Hold on, it's really slow. It's not just the interface is bad. I mean, sorry, PooCoin. Okay. So I see something. Oh, this is the dev address as well. This is the dev address for Monster Infinite. Then you might try everything here. Maybe we don't use Monster Infinite. Maybe we use Cake. Let's try to use Cake. Oops. Okay, this is Cake. Pancake swap token. Then we try taking some random address from Pancake swap. And we put it here. I'm not sure does it work, sir. Maybe it only works with anything that interacted with this address, with the token itself. If this also works, then it means that it actually basically show anything you put in. Oh, I don't think this guy actually bought any money tokens, but I actually put in address. It actually basically says manual wallet address to actually check wallet activity, right? So basically saying that putting any address here equivalent to is the dev address is nonsense. Okay, it's nonsense. Yeah. So I basically cleared up most of the misunderstanding from the article itself and most of the misunderstanding, miscommunication or anything. And then here is another thing is I want to keep emphasizing this. Okay, we are a long-term project. We will try our best to build a good product. And then some of the people from the public might be saying that we are pumping and dumping it. I think that is nonsense as well. Why? Because if we really want to run away with the money, some people claim that we are scam or rug pull. Please look up the definition of scam and rug pull first, because we are not scamming, we are not running away with money. Okay, the token is still trading, and that is trading not just on PancakeSwap, it's trading on reputable centralized exchange, which is Gate.io and SNX. There will be more exchange coming up. Okay, a bit of sneak peek. We will have more. Okay, already in negotiation, but we couldn't like disclose who are they. And then we have reputable institution investors. We have OCAX. OCAX is like reputable worldwide, internationally. So if we are a scam, why did this reputable institution investors looking to invest in us, right? Definitely they have did their KYC, they know your customer before they invest in us. Okay. The second thing is we are this, if you want to run away, we could run away with pre-sale 2. Pre-sale 2, I don't really remember the numbers, but it should be around 67,000 BNB.
It's around 3,000.
That's a lot more than pumping and dumping. You know, on the first day of Money Token, right, the volume was around 50 million or 60 million. I mean, volume, which means that there's the 24 hours buy and sell transaction, all sum up together to 50 million. Okay, so that's, oops, sorry. Okay, so that's if we want to scam, we could run away with the money. Why do you want to do a pump and dump? And pump and dump actually hurts the tokenomics. And why do we want to buy up our own tokens? Our token, we are the largest stakeholder in this project. If you look at our tokenomics the token allocation in the white paper, the team is holding 16% of the tokens. It's the largest stakeholder, but our tokens is locked up right now. But that put us the largest stakeholder who will actually hurt his own project or company if they want to do it for long term. It's not like we pump and dump and then we run away, we turn off everything and then we disappear. We are still here. We are still striving to build a good product. Okay. But once again, if anything, we actually upset you, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for what we did. If I have the chance to do it once again, I'll still do the same. Okay, but I'm sorry that I didn't do any guidance on what is PancakeSwap, how do PancakeSwap works before the listing. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I'm looking a bit on the questions. Oh yeah, remember we have this 10 Inception Monsta raffle that you can join. Please join it. Okay, so right now I think I'll pass to Mark and Joshua to talk on the. Okay, I'll stop sharing the screen. To talk on to answer some of the questions from the community through the Google form. Okay.
I think there are a lot of communities quite upset is because they see the price of the money is getting pumped and then the price
Mark, your volume is a bit low. Do you mind to like move closer or your AirPod?
Which I think some of the community is quite upset is because of the price. They're saying that money price is pumping out, and then they afraid that they could be not able to afford for the basic team for a gameplay. So Joshua, you have any ideas on this?
Yeah. So I can only say don't worry, because we made a promise when we first started this whole project. So we wanted to create a game that is both accessible and affordable to everyone and all the users around the world. So yes, and we do intend on keeping on that promise, as we always mention. Don't worry, because everything is in discussion with the team. Okay, so we are looking into the price of money. Yes, we are every day monitoring the price, and basically every day we are debating it as well. So how could the price affect the game entirely? So can someone else, anyone afford the game to buy his own basic team, a normal Monster team? Yeah. So be rest assured, the developers are working tirelessly to ensure the game is accessible and affordable as well for everyone, all the members of our community who supported us since start. Yeah,
Because
that's my idea.
we truly believe that if you have a game, the key and the main important point is how many players are going to play the game, and then how good is the game development is. So how interesting is the game. So what we are trying to put attention is we need more players to come to the game. So of course we'll be lowering down the entrance barrier for the gameplay at what as we suggest from the earlier days, and a normal Monster 8 could cost around $10 to $15 USDT, and the price would be around that. So I think you guys don't need to worry about the entry price, because we need everyone to come and play, and then this is our what we are telling the public, and then we do keep our promise. So I believe that is, you guys don't worry. You can follow us for better news and for more updates. So we will be having implementations to make sure everyone has a chance to get involved in the game. Yep.
Yeah, that's one thing I would like to add on. So I would like to invite you to focus on our product, but not on the token price and things like that. So our
Yeah.
game and marketplace and everything, yeah. So I would like you to follow on this, hold on this, yes.
Yeah. So when I come to across the questions, someone asking how can we sustain the price of tokens so that we can get our investment. So I believe that what he's asking is how do we control the price of the market. I like to say that the price of the token is actually depends fully on the supply and demand on the market. So you can see from the other successful projects that the price goes up and down, and then it purely reflects the supply and demand of the market. If more players coming in, then more players want to buy it. The more holders in the games and the tokens, then the price is going up for sure. But we don't have any controls over the price. And someone saying that dev is going to pump the price, or dev is going to dump hard. As you can see from all of the locations are transparent in smart contracts. You can see all the tokens are still there. I mean, besides our location, the main tokens are still reflected there. You can check the amounts, and then you can check the marketing locations. We don't really spend too much of tokens. We spend it gradually. The reason of trying to do this is we tend to create a long-term game, which is money is not a pump and dump tokens, and then to make people to have quick bucks, as I mentioned in my previous articles before the launch of the tokens, before the TGE. So I'm saying that a real holders get rewarded in cryptocurrencies. I have to say once again, a real holders always get rewarded in cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Sure.
So followed by another question is saying that asking that if an investor comes in, how can you protect the investor's assets? Okay, talking about this question, yeah, we really take care of the concern of the market and the community, saying that how are we going to make sure that everything is fine and this is not a scam and everything is fine. There will be no chance for a hacker to come into the picture. So you can see that we actually submitted 2 audits two audits for our smart contracts. The first one is Callisto, and the second one is Certic audit. So we actually submitted 2 audits. So it could be more submission for audits in upcoming days. It's because that we are trying to make sure there's really no chance for a hacker, for any people trying to destroy our game and trying to destroy our token economics. So this is one of the way we're trying to protect, safeguard our tokens in the long run. Yeah. So I would say that is up and downs is very common in crypto world, and we are trying our best to safeguard everything. So I believe that if you guys are real holders and you guys plan to be with us for a long time, you will sure get rewarded. As what I'm saying from my previous articles, and because I myself get into cryptocurrency since 2015, and I hold some Bitcoin until the bull market. So whoever really hold HODL get rewarded in cryptocurrency. Yeah. So let's scroll through the questions. So, okay.
Okay, I got one question here. So what will be sold on the marketplace when it is launched first before the game? Okay, I can only tell you that the definite product, which means that I'm sure it will be selling on the marketplace, will be the normal monsters. Eggs, yes. So other information, it will be announced soon, yeah. So please do follow us, yes. So what else? Let me see.
The second question is, there are people asking how do we keep the game balanced? I mean, how do we maintain the balancing of the game? So this is a very interesting part. So I have to say, we design a very, very interesting token economics, token gamenomics actually, token economics in our game. So you can see that Moni is actually a governance token of the coin. So we are still same with the Axie Infinity, which is we are built on top of dual tokens, which is two tokens. So in-game tokens is actually STT. So if you can read from our white paper, it stated that STT is our main in-game token. I like to say that holding Moni is actually just similar like you're holding a share or a stake for this game. So the real in-game tokens should be STT. Just a little bit sneak peek of it. So the real in-game token should be STT, and then we are trying to make efforts to make sure that supply and demand of the STT in the market, it could balance the gameplay. So just wait patiently for our announcement, and then we will be announcing more interesting things in our game. So just wait patiently. So I know everybody is anxious and couldn't wait for it, but yeah, just wait patiently because we are just month past 2 months baby. So for us, it's just still like infant stage. So we still have a long way to go. So if you really want to grow with us, stay with us, and then try to understand the whole economics and try to understand how are we trying to change the definition of GameFi in this upcoming trend. So we believe that GameFi is of course, is an upcoming things and next big thing. So you can see how our teams are going to do the implementations to make it better. So okay.
Okay, I have one here. So which area are you guys concentrating on right now? What are the goals and plans for this year? Okay, so maybe many of the community members will be curious that what are we devs doing after TGE? Maybe they think we are having a coffee or we are in Hawaii or something. Okay, so currently what are we concentrating is on our marketplace right now. So although we are temporarily sidelined because of disturbance from various communities, a lot of accusations and things like that, but we do resolve it step by step. So currently we are focusing on the launch of marketplace which would be happening in October, yes. So our timeline, as you can see, is on our website. Yes, but to simplify things, we plan to hold on, yeah, sorry, can you hear me? Okay. So to simplify things, we plan to reach alpha and beta testings by the end of this year. So to prep up our game and try to make it launch in Q1 2022. Yes. So this is the answer to the questions here. So the next one, Mark, what is this?
No, actually, a lot of people saying that, after the TGE, we're going to have a coffee. Yes, someone even PM me, DM me, say that, are you in vacation now? So, no, we are not in vacation. So, I would like to say that a lot of games and a lot of projects in cryptocurrency, especially, they end on TGE, but we start on TGE.
Okay.
I told to quite a numbers of very private investors that there are a lot of projects ends on TGE. Visit the tokens get launched, got on some exchanges, and then the dev saying that, oh, okay, it's job done. So they are
Okay.
do something like just relax, and then, but we are starting on TGE. So the TGE is just our start, and then we are working hard, really hard to make the game deliver and make our promise deliver to the community, to the people who support us, and we are here to aim for a long run. Yeah. So next question is saying that, do you intend to keep your system stable enough in long term? Yeah, of course. We have some finance measurements and then some implements to make sure the game could be sustaining for a long run. And because that we are inspired by Axie, so that we can take a lot of examples, I mean, the implementation that they have done, and we can improve on top of it. And it makes our sustainability better in the long run. So you can see that we are trying to control the supply and demand of everything, including the SCT. And then when the finance picture is revealed to everyone, I believe that it will be a very great news for everyone. And then you can see that how far is our vision is. And yeah, so this is what I urge everyone to pay attention. Is not only on the price, but on what we are delivering and what we are developing. So sometimes you can just PM me and ask me, oh, hi, Mark, what are you delivering now? What are you planning now? It's just better than you saying, oh, Mark, the price is going down. It's far better than that. Yeah, okay.
So I have one here. I have read on some mods in Discord that you plan to decrease the required money to purchase a team. Won't this oversaturate the population, leading to a declining value of the reward token? I believe this still needs to be studied a bit more careful. Consideration. Okay. So the what I would like to say about this is that the team has taken these situations into perspective on discussions when discussing the price of Monsta in ensuring the balance of value and affordability. So, but rest assured, we have taken multiple scenarios into consideration with long-term sustainability in mind. Yes, we do take this to consideration. Yes, we also have made sure that the players are required to upgrade their monsters in order to defeat more enemies and players and to win rewards in order to win rewards. Yes. So okay.
So something
I
to add on. Something to add on. So I love a lot of people saying that why don't we sell NFTs like just the other games do, and because that there are a lot of games that they just keep on creating and then they keep on sell limited edition NFT, and then they just ask you to buy some limited things, and then you pay more, and then you could be stronger in the game. So but we are not in this kind of development. So we don't just simply create an NFT and sell an NFT and make money. So what we're trying to say that we are trying to bridge a real game into the world of NFT. We're trying to bridge a real game, which is we try to make the game on blockchain interesting. So it's just far better than just creating a game that allows people to pay the money and then they win. So it's a pay to win concept. Yeah,
I think. Sorry, Mark. I'll have to interrupt a bit. Okay.
Yep.
So I think for this question, it would be more on, let's say, talking about the money tokens. I mean, required for purchasing normal monsters cheap, right? So what is the question? I mean, the person who asked this question is worried about this because it's so cheap that will be too many people buying up too many, and then it causes overpopulation. So first of all, let's give some examples, okay, some solutions, or should say our mechanism, how it works. It doesn't work that way. We actually will be selling on marketplace launch, right? We'll be selling different types of normal monsters. Okay, there will be normal monsters. Okay, I can actually disclose this. For cloning limit, it's actually 4. You only have 4 limit. I mean, 4 times. The most you can clone is 4 times. And then we'll be selling normal monster that has only 2/4, which means only 2 cloning count left. And we'll be selling normal monster that has 0 clone count, which means that can be cloned for 4 times more. Okay, so definitely the price for this different normal monster, right, with different clone count, right, will have a different price. So for those, the cheapest one will be 2/4, lesser cloning opportunity, okay, lesser cloning times, and then also it's non-transferable. By non-transferable, it means that you couldn't give to others. So they actually kind of solve the problem with people like keep buying up and then they keep gifting to their address. Okay, we have a limit on our wallet address per wallet that you can buy normal monster. So if they want to transfer to another wallet address, what they can do is they will actually have to put it onto marketplace and then get taxed. So which means that it will reduce people like buying up a lot and then gifting to different wallet address. They'll kind of solve the problem. So yeah, there'll be different pricing on different. Okay, so the intention here is because we want to ensure affordability, but also at the same time want to control the normal monster price. That's the way to balance it. Okay, because we do aware that a lot of people from the community or from the public, they want to play the game. They are on a low budget, so we actually let them to afford it. They can play the game, they can get their ROI, but not so much on trading itself. I mean, not so much on cloning itself, which actually too much of cloning. I mean, players that only emphasize on cloning, but not playing the game is actually bad for the game. Such people are actually speculators. They clone a lot. They don't play the game means that they wouldn't spend in the game. When they don't spend in the game, which means that they actually just bring a lot of supply of monsters, but doesn't create any demand, any value to the project itself. Okay, so you can continue, Mark.
So thanks, Zing, for the add-on. So yeah, there's another question saying that I'm very excited to play monster after reading the gameplay. How are we going to control the population of the monster, since we all know that the process called breeding? Yeah, this is an add-on for what mentioning by Jing just now, saying that actually you can read from our white paper said we have a process named augmentations, where people need to sacrifice a monster for upgrading the other monster body parts. So this actually controls the supply and demand, because there are a lot of monsters out there. People need to buy extra monster, which is so-called useless monster. So people need to buy this kind of monster from the market in order to upgrade his current monster. So this is one of the way that we're trying to make the balancing of the game. So because the supply demand, you get, if you know the supply demand, you know that people grabbing monster from the market, it creates more demand for the monster, and then price of the monster will be able to be in control. So yeah, this is one of the way, and then we do have many other ways to control the numbers of monster in the market. So just stay tuned, and we will disclose it. Don't worry, we will disclose the further details in our further notice announcement.
Okay, I think I'll take the following questions from here. So the another question here is, he's excited to play Monster Infinite, and then his question is, how can we control the population, and any chance that we can feed monster to another monster to upgrade the attributes of our main monster? I think that has been mentioned many times, and it's in our white paper. Oh, sorry. Might did answer this. And then, do you have a wallet like Ronin? Yes, you can see it in our white paper that we have actually have our own sidechain to reduce the gas fees and also to improve the security. We have mentioned that we are going to have this 2FA to two-factor authentication. Okay, 2FA built into our wallet that will actually kind of like, because I know that we've seen that a lot of newbies, new players, new users, crypto that has been not in crypto at all, that's coming into the NFT game space, and then they are unaware of giving seed phrase to others would actually in result of getting hacked. So by having 2FA into our wallet, our sidechain wallet could actually secure such users. Okay. So the next question would be, will there be a scholarship program? Yes, definitely. Definitely, we have a scholarship program. And the reason of having a scholarship program, it's a lot more than just like letting people to hire scholars or more people to play. But when you actually have scholarship program in place, right, you actually allow more people that has no budget to play the game. Although our game is low in budget, I mean, the entry level is low. So most of the time, I think we're encouraging people to actually be a player instead of being a scholar, because the entry level, the entry barrier is relatively low right now. And we will try our best to keep it low, affordable in the long term. Yeah. So the next one, how do you prepare for hacking attacks? I think hacking attacks, right, for this, I think just now Mark answered it, right?
Yeah, sorry. Get the answer.
Yeah, and then is your anti-whale strategy really effective? Oh.
Or are we whales?
Or are we the whales? We are definitely the whales, right? We actually have, I mentioned that the team is the largest stakeholder of the game, the project as well.
No. I'm a small potato, as I mentioned in Discord.
It's a small potato, but we are the whale actually. Okay, we are the whale of Harmony tokens, but we are not the whale of BNB or so-called BUSD. We are far from the whale. Okay, but we definitely are the whale of the game, but it doesn't make it bad. Okay, we have most of the money tokens, but it's all locked up, and then it's releasing. I mean, unlocking gradually over 5 years. The good thing is we are the largest stakeholder. That's why we are more concerned than anyone out there. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the other thing is anti-whale strategy really effective. First of all, don't take me wrong. Okay, don't take me wrong. Whales has pros and cons. It's a two-edged sword. It doesn't mean that whales coming in is bad at all. Okay, it's all bad. Okay, what do I mean by it's double-edged sword? Okay, first of all, what do we need to do is not just directly anti-whale. What we have to do is we want to take out the cons that comes along with the whale, but bring in the pros. So I think all the cons, everyone have known about the cons of whale, but the pros of it, the advantage of whales coming in is definitely whales are a lot more influential. A lot of them are influential. Okay, talking about some of them, like for example, is Binance whale? It is. Okay, if Binance right now decided to invest in Monsta Infinite, it's not right now. Okay, if they decided to invest in Monsta Infinite, it's a good thing or a bad thing, right? That's up to you. They are influential. They're influential at first. Second, they could provide value. Third thing, okay, when whale come to this project, it means that whales aren't stupid. Okay, whales aren't stupid. They are smart. When it comes to this project, that means that this project, they see some serious demand and serious potential in the project itself. So they are here, right? So it's not all bad. It actually means that they also bring kind of like bring up the demand, which in result, when demand is more than supply, brings up the price, the valuation of the project itself. So the last one, okay, is this the last one? Oh. What's your reaction on the retweet of this psych out that you're a scam? Okay. I'm not sure psych out. I think it's like the XC developer. I'm not sure. I think everyone have to understand this. We are a competitor to XC. We are a serious one. Put it this way. If we doesn't make sense at all, do you think would he care to talk about this? All right. So first of all, I think we are being a real threat to them. First of all. Second of all, yeah, we are a competitor, so you shouldn't take any claim from their side. So the third thing is we will be #1 NFT game eventually. Okay, so I think it's time to cut off for the giveaway. We will cut off now. and then we will proceed with the raffle later on. But first, before we go into the raffle, we will do the raffle live. So before we go into the raffle, I will try to answer some of the questions from the community on YouTube comments. Sorry, I don't see Facebook comments here, so I will answer on the YouTube comments. So any comments? Multi-account in one IP address, any comments? Yes, you can do that. Oops. It's all let's go. It's random we buy. Yes, the monster that you buy is actually random. You couldn't choose the class nor the race. You will get it random, and then you actually have to hatch it. The hatching period is 5 days. 3 monster per wallet to solve the problem. Okay, we actually have a limit on each wallet address. I mean, limit of monster. How many monster could own? And then X are limited. X are limited. What else? How to participate in the giveaway? Oh, sorry, it's closed. Too late. And oh, sorry, it's going really fast. I'm trying to read over here.
Hi, Jing. I have a question.
Oi.
Is Ken? Right.
Oh, hi,
one of
Ken.
the
Ken is
questions-
from our internal team, not from community. Sorry, just he actually read it from the comments. Yeah.
Okay, so one of the questions that I often see in the YouTube when you guys were talking, one of it will be what will be sold on the marketplace when it is launched first before the game.
What will be sold? It will be the normal monster X.
I just answered it, right? I remember I answered it just now. Yeah. Just
Why was there a public sale announcement because of the earlier? What was there? Or yeah, we did it for transparency. You mentioned, right?
Another common question is for Mr. Jing. How can we guarantee that the Team Monsta server is ready for the big capacity of players? Because this is the major and common problem of all new crypto gaming.
Okay, I think I've answered this question as well previously. I mean, in my last AMA, I'm not sure is it with the BSC Daily, I guess. First of all, we are much more prepared. I mean, because our strategy is a bit different from the common NFT games or other projects, right? What we did is we started marketing first, and then we do everything first. We start to gather community feedback, and then we start to see the response. I still remember that before, at the time of our website launch, right, we actually crashed. We have been preparing a lot more capacity for the website launching, but it still crashed because the overwhelming response from the community, it's a lot more than we expect. But right after that, we actually recognize the situation. We recognize the crowd. So after we recognize it, right, then we start to have a lot of things put into place. So the same as for the game, we are now kind of prepared because we already expect the type of crowd, the crazy crowd. Yeah, it's not like we don't know how much is the crowd. Then we just simply like start the server. Yeah. Any more questions? Can you help me to read some?
All right. Just a moment. I found a question, but the YouTube comments is going crazy right now.
Yeah, I try to read some as well. Oh, that's
Okay.
a lot.
Yes. One question. The Inception Monsta.
If the entry, I would like to answer this. If the entry level is low, will the return is low as well? I mean, the amount of you earn in the game. That's an interesting question I would like to address too. Okay. First of all, when it comes to anything, right, investments or anything, right, it's all about ROI. What does ROI means? Means the return that you get divided by your capital. So if let's say the capital is low, the return is low as well, but it's relatively high compared to your capital. That means the ROI is high. So I'd like to say that sometimes it's not about how much you earn in the game on a daily basis, but the percentage, the ROI you get. Okay. One of the reasons of why do we kind of want to control the Monster price, it's not just because we want to ensure affordability. Okay. Another reason is when Monster price actually goes out of control. I mean, it appreciates really fast. When it appreciates really fast, it will come to this problem as a few problems. One is a lot of people come into the game, they don't play the game, they just focus on cloning because cloning monsters has really good profit. Okay, what is the problem with people just focus on cloning? Just like I mentioned, when people just focus on cloning, they don't play the game, which most of our demand of STT, the in-game currency, is built in the game itself. People that just clone wouldn't care to augment or spend on cosmetics in game. They wouldn't do that. Okay, so we don't want people, such speculators, to come in just to do cloning. Okay, the second thing is, if it's growing so fast, it's impossible to ensure the in-game currency, which is the STT, to appreciate as fast as the monster price. They'll actually come to this situation is your ROI would be really bad. Okay, your monster price is so high, STT price isn't that high enough, then you earn the same STT, the same amount of price, okay, but your ROI right now is lower because of the capital. But then maybe you buy monster cheaper, so your ROI is good. But when you're to sell it, there isn't any liquidity. Your price is high, the market price is high, but no liquidity means what? Means that people are not willing to buy it because the ROI right now is bad. So this creates a really big issue is when liquidity is bad, right? And there are people keep cloning monster, there'll be a lot of monster in the market, then it will eventually crash. It happens to a similar game to us, okay? I think you guys can guess it. And that it's a cycle that will affect each other. When too much monster price too high, no liquidity, means that people will actually sell it for cheaper. When people sell it for cheaper, and then in return, it will affect on SCT. So because a lot of cloning, right? When they clone a lot and they don't have liquidity, they will try to use bots or they will try to get a lot of scholars to play the game. And that creates a lot of supply on SCT. I mean, if we do it like that, okay, it creates a lot of supply on SCT. And that part, too much SCT. And if we have no enough demand, don't have built-in demand for SCT, it will actually collapse the SCT price. So that's the reason why we want to keep the monster price low. It's not that we want to keep it low as in a way that it wouldn't appreciate. It will still appreciate over time, but slower. And then we have to emphasize on how do we create the demand on monster itself and also create the demand on STT itself. Okay. So I'm going to answer 2 more questions, then we go into the raffle session.
All right. Here's a very often question that you probably will get even in other AMAs. Looking at how Monster Infinite is similar to Axie Infinity, is it possible that you will face charges? If so, how will you handle it to keep the game going and reassure us?
Oh, for this, I think I've answered it multiple times, but once again, we just mentioned that we are inspired by them, right? Axie also mentioned that they're inspired by Pokemon and inspired by Final Fantasy. Do Axie should get any charges from Pokemon as well? No, right? Okay. First thing first. Second thing, we wouldn't get any charges because we rebuilt everything. I mean, we built ourselves from scratch, no matter when it comes to graphics itself, when it comes to the game itself, the idea, most of it we built from scratch. And I'm talking about gameplay concepts. Gameplay concept itself cannot be copyrighted, and it happened to be similar everywhere. Turn-based card game isn't something that invented by Axie. They mentioned it in their white paper as well. They actually took that from idle games and Final Fantasy. Yep. And then we are not just normal turn-based card game. Actually, talking about inspiration, we actually should add in Slay the Spire. We actually get more inspiration from Slay the Spire in terms of gameplay, in terms of the card game. We actually target-based card game instead of just arranging all the cards and then click on next turn. we actually can target our cards on a single enemy character. Yeah, so last question. Yeah,
All right. Actually, there's two that's pretty regular inside the YouTube comments. One would be, when do we plan to release the final price per monster or per team? And how many? Is there any limit of account per IP address?
Okay, talking about when we really final the price of normal monster, right? That would definitely be before the marketplace launch. I wouldn't be able to disclose it now. Sorry. Please stay updated for the announcement. I mean, on all our social media channels. Thank you. And then talking about, just now I've answered as well. One IP, you can have multiple accounts. There isn't an issue. Okay, so before going to the raffle, one thing that I would love to clarify once again, we are just 4 or 5 days since listing. We are kind of undervalued right now. That's not a financial advice asking you to buy. Okay, that's not. I'm just saying that we have a lot more things coming up and a lot of more events. The product hasn't released yet. There are so many things more coming soon. So I know that some of you might bought at a higher price, you're upset, but please, everyone, be a holder, not a holder, sorry, be a value investor instead of a speculator. Okay. Look at the project. I mean, look at the product's quality. Don't listen to me as well. I've said that many times. Don't just listen to me as well. Please study a white paper, because the white paper itself basically tell you what we're working on, our idea. Judge it from yourself. How do you think, what do you think could the idea works? Yeah, the mechanism makes sense or not. Okay, so we come to the raffle. Oh, hold on. I'll look at the raffle. Is it ready? Oh, we have to wait for 5 minutes for the raffle to start. Okay, in the meantime, I can answer a few more questions. It's too fast.
As people asking for land.
Land would be on the open world part. Wouldn't be so fast. I know everyone is excited. Please be patient. Oh, I saw someone call me CEO Jin. Oops. I lost it.
Jing, I have a question.
Oh, how will you prevent whales from buying all eggs on October 12th? We have a few ways in place. Okay, we'll be announcing that. Okay, first of all will be the limit of eggs on a wallet address. On every wallet address, there will be a limit. The second thing is we'll make just now I mentioned that there are 2 types of normal monster. Okay, they'll be for sale. One is non-transferable and with a clone count of 2/4, 2 out of 4, which means that there is lesser cloning chances, cloning counts, and then it's non-transferable means that they cannot give it. If they want to transfer to another account, they actually have to put it onto marketplace and then get taxed by the marketplace. Only they are able to buy that, and then they have to set the price so high, because if they set the price cheap for another account to buy it, right? If it's low, other people in the public will actually snatch it or buy it. So if they set a price high enough that no one will actually buy it, right, they actually get taxed a lot. That the tax will actually go into the staking treasury, which actually benefits the money token staker. Okay, and then there are a few more mechanisms in place that we'll be sharing later.
I have a question.
Oh, hi. I saw that the Latino community to grow interview with a more influential YouTuber. Yes, I actually had a appointment with K Manu. But please wait for the date. It's on schedule. We'll release the announcement on the AMA with K Manu. He's a great guy. Yeah, I love him. Okay, so let's proceed to the raffle. Anything, please go to our Monster Infinite official group, official Telegram group and Discord group. Please check the group from our website. Be really cautious because there are so many scams. I mean, scammer group, that imposters, they are trying to pretend to be us. Yep. Look us up on our website for our social medias.
Yeah, they even
here
took
we
my
go
photo for it.
on the raffle. Are you looking into partners and more ambassadors? Yes. Please contact Gang-kun on Telegram or Jeff. Please open the Google form for giveaway again. Sorry, it's closed. Hey, so the raffle? Anakan Moko. I don't know what that means. Is that a bad word? Who is Aaron Aquino? No. How did he get? Oh, okay. He saw the link and tried to join. No, sorry. Oh, there are like how many participants? 2,000 over participants. Oh, I saw a question, but I couldn't see it. It's what you say, the cloners. What? Sorry. Can we tap other sources of income like advertisements or partnerships with other infrastructure? Okay. Yes, we do have NFT projects partnership in discussion. One of it is Illuvium.
Hey Jing, do you have time for one more question?
Yeah.
All right, here is a question that is asked for owners of Inception Monsters. Are we receiving them as an egg and we'll have the choice to hatch it or not? And will the eggs
Sorry.
be
Inception
transferable?
Monsta what?
For
No. For
is,
Inception Monsta, you claim it, then it will be an adult. You don't receive it as an egg. You don't have to hatch it.
and will they be able to be transferable?
Yes. Definitely able to transfer. Inception Monsta. Oh. Mark. Phone's battery dead.
One more, Jing.
Mm.
What will staking entail?
What will staking what?
What will staking entail?
Staking entail?
What will staking provide users?
What will staking provide users? You in the future we will be opening staking, but that's after a year. So it might be earlier. But please wait for more informations and future announcements. The most basic one definitely is taking money to get more money. Oh, okay, I have to say goodbye. We will proceed to the raffle. Thank you. Bye bye. Love you all.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.